Assalamu alaikum. Shagufta is here, your host and your host. Welcome to my show SG Talks. Today we have not just one but two incredible educators. First one we have Miss Sakina, who is a social studies teacher with more than 5 years of experience. And next we have Miss Hajira Yunus, who is a science teacher with more than 10 years of experience. Thank you for joining my show.
Thank you, Shagufta, for inviting to your great platform SG Talks.
Thank you, dear. Thanks for inviting us for your SG Talk show.
Yeah, Ms. Sakina, can you share your journey in teaching profession and what has inspired you to become as a teacher?
As you introduced that I'm working as a teacher for more than 5 years. My inspiration was my role model where when I was a student,
Okay.
that time I had wonderful teachers, and that time only somewhere in my mind, back of my mind, it was there that in future I will also inshallah select this profession only, and it gives me satisfaction of imparting knowledge to my students.
Great. Yes, Ms. Hajira.
Yes. Even for me, like our first role model is our teacher, right?
Yes.
So teachers have impacted in our life and so that it has inspired me to take up this profession. Okay, because of my teachers, I'm also very much keen towards this profession. Not only that, as we say, a leader is born, right?
Yes.
Same like that, a teacher is also a born. It is an
Exactly.
inborn talent that everyone cannot be a teacher. It's the
True.
capacity that one has, which they can share their knowledge with the others. So I believe
Exactly.
in that.
Yes.
Yes.
True,
And also
truly said.
during our my childhood days, I used to always imitate being a teacher.
Okay.
I'll just go upstairs, we have terrace in our home. I'll go there and I will imitate as a teacher. I'll wear one dupatta around me,
Okay.
and I will start writing with the chalk piece in those walls.
Okay.
I usually used to do that, and when I grew up, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher.
Yes.
So I have taken up this profession and I continued my journey.
So you have chosen your profession long back in your childhood.
Yes.
And you are today. Mashallah.
Yeah.
So I guess you are also a parent, yeah?
Yes, of course.
And a teacher parent.
Yeah.
So in that perspective, I want to ask you how would you deal your children, and do you think that your teaching career is helping you to nourish your child in teaching, in developing, and also in their growth?
Definitely, somewhere we have developed that skills of
Yeah.
teaching
Yes,
after so many years of experience. That skills has come into us
exactly.
as to how to deal with the children. So definitely for our children also it makes a difference.
Exactly.
Like what normally with other students also we deal with the same way.
Same way. Mhm.
Like we feel that the students are also our kids.
Yes.
So we have developed that skills how to deal with students and how to help them in their learning journey.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me this question, then I have to be really honest. I cannot give my 100% to my own child. I have to be very truthful because I'm giving my full 100% to my students. So when I come back home, it's like I don't have the energy to give my full to my child. But I ensure that I support him. Mentally, I support him.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, I'm not able to give my 100% to my child. That's the truth.
That is true.
Yeah.
I also agree with that
I'm
point. That is
exhausted
true.
actually at the end of the day.
That is
Somewhere as a
exactly
parent,
we feel.
yes.
Yes. By doing, not only by doing, I can say, teaching profession, but maybe if we are working parents,
Yes.
if we are working
Yeah.
working parents, so maybe somewhere we are not able to give our 100% to our children. Yes. And
Yeah.
what about in learning perspective, in teaching perspective to your children? So do you teach in the same way how you teach in the classroom? Do you apply the same strategies and methods? Is it helpful to you?
Definitely not every time. That same strategies cannot be applied in this
Home.
at home. What we
Yes.
apply in the classroom.
Uh-huh.
But with our children, we have to deal in little different way. We have to teach them basic behavior, basic etiquettes.
Yes.
That what other parents are expecting that the teacher should teach.
Exactly.
But it is not true. The first teachers are the parents, and I feel that the parents should teach these basic things, and everything else will fall on its place.
Definitely.
As Miss Sakina told,
Yes.
parents are the first teachers to every child,
Exactly.
because nobody can replace parents' position, right?
Yeah.
So we wish best for our children.
Exactly.
So they are their first and the best teacher, where they inculcate everything. They see us, they watch us, and they imitate us.
Yes,
We
yes.
have to agree to that, right? So I completely agree. And coming to the strategy which you asked, definitely not. We don't apply the same strategy what we apply in the classroom in the home. It's not possible actually.
Yeah.
So we have certain different strategies. We modify it and we apply those strategies at home.
Okay. So why we cannot teach the same strategies at school, at home?
See,
Why?
in school we have a limitation, time limitation, right?
Mhm.
So in that limited time, I have to complete that content. Like I am a science teacher, right? I'm
Okay.
teaching a lesson, so that particular topic has to be completed within that time frame. So my entire focus is to inculcate knowledge to the child,
Yes.
right? So I will be focused only with that. But when the child is at home, parents will not be only focused through giving
Sharing
them
the
the
knowledge.
subject knowledge. Apart from subject knowledge, there are many other things
Things
that
we are teaching.
children has to learn.
Exactly.
Skills they have to learn. They have to inculcate a good behavior, discipline, good character. All that a teacher can support,
Yes.
but only parents can teach them everything.
Definitely. That's true.
We can link many live examples and share our thoughts with our children,
Yes.
so that they have a very wide,
So you mean to say that there is no freedom for us in teaching in the classroom? What we want to teach the students, there is no freedom. But at home, we have the
Yes.
freedom as parent teacher.
Yeah, of
So we
course.
can teach anything
Yes.
for the children. Not
Yes.
anything what is right for them.
Yes.
yes, yes,
Exactly.
As teachers, we are not even supposed, as per the UAE law, we are not even supposed to touch a child.
Yes.
But at home, it's not like that, right?
Yes.
You can just pamper your child whenever it is needed.
Needed.
But in school, when it comes inside the classroom, a teacher has to be very professional towards the child.
yes.
She cannot go and shower her love towards the child. No, it is not allowed. She has to be in a very professional way. She has to deal with the child.
Child.
But children, they are at this age, they are very innocent. They doesn't know how to be professional. They doesn't know this mix. They don't know how to segregate being professional and being at home.
Yes.
Right. So they will be same.
They'll be saying
Same,
everywhere.
even at home
Yes.
and even in
So
school.
children's are children.
But teachers, as a teacher, I know my limitations.
Exactly.
Right, so that's what differentiates being at home and being in the classroom.
Yes. And I guess we have nowadays so many limitations like time management, classroom management,
Yes.
behavioral issues, differentiation in the classroom. Yes, and we have to complete all these tasks in 40 to 45 minutes, which is not an easy task. And somewhere we are lacking time, or maybe we're unable to complete the task.
Yes.
Yes, that challenges are definitely there for the teachers.
Yeah.
Means
So,
along with that challenges, we have to see to it that we do our best and we give the proper knowledge to our students.
being a parent, who is a teacher for you? Like, I'm sure your children are having different teachers. They are not same. They are not working with you. You are not working with them. So, in your perspective, as a parent perspective, who is a teacher for you? Like, do you respect teacher, and do you teach your children to respect teacher?
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
yes, of course.
Yes, they have to be taught in that way. Like, you have to respect your teacher. No other go. You have to.
If we expect respect from our students, then surely we will teach our child also how to respect their teachers.
Okay.
Yes, after we are not, our work is not just limited to the school hours. We are working for more hours after the school hours also.
As per my perspective, teachers play a very vital role in every student's life.
Exactly.
Okay, every student's life. Even though the child doesn't listen to their parents, but even the same thing is told by the teacher, they definitely listen.
Yes.
They respect the teachers, because because they handle in a very professional way whatever you tell, like in the sense with the positive note, you tell yes you can do it. It really impacts a child a lot, because I have seen for my son, his teachers, they motivated him so much.
Yes.
Okay, with that motivation he can come home with the joy and he can share with me like, today what my teacher told something, as if he has achieved something very
Big.
big. Yeah,
Yes.
very great he
Yes,
has achieved.
exactly.
Even though that is a very small word, but it has impacted him so much. It gives them so much joy.
Because I think being a parent, I think our children stay more hours with the teachers, than the parents. Yeah. So that's why that's
So little motivation from the teachers also matters a lot for our kids.
exactly.
That word of appreciation is, for them it is such a joyful that it encourages them to do more hard work and achieve their
Because
goals.
they feel that they have achieved something from that huge crowd, like a class of 30.
Yes.
If a child identifies some, like if a teacher identifies some positive in a child, and when she just tell the child, he feels like among his peers, he or she feels so proud.
Feels
Okay,
great, yeah.
they feel so proud among their
Yes.
peers if they are
Exactly.
positively reinforced. They feel that joy in them.
Exactly. Any kind of feeling that this student is different and this student is different, not according to his behavior, according to your perception. Maybe you're loving this child more, this student is good, so I'm loving this student more, and this student is not good in studies, I'm not loving this child. Such kind of things
Never.
So what do you think?
Maybe in our
Because
days,
we
it
got
would have been
to-
like that.
Yes, we got to hear these things that teachers are making partiality.
That those were our school days.
Yeah.
Right now, presently, it is not happening in that way. As far as I know, it's not happening like that.
I don't think so. The teachers have that much time to think about the
Yes,
when they
yes.
are entering the classroom. So the students are
Now,
seeing for
these
the teacher,
days,
right?
teachers are more concerned and particular about discipline, classroom discipline, than educating them. So, the first, success to a teacher is to maintain their classroom,
Okay.
to control their class, to gain their attention. So
Yes.
that is their, first thing which as soon as the teacher enters, that is the first thing that the teacher has in her mind.
So in that case, each child, each student is important for the teacher, right?
Yes.
We can never differentiate.
We don't differentiate between the children.
Yes.
And but there is, parents sometimes think that we are being partial, but
We are not.
yes, we are not. I must say that as a parent, when I sit with my child for his studies or homework, I don't just see that what is the outcome. I have to motivate my child to, achieve small goals.
Yes.
It is not important that every time that outcome has to be achieved. They should be motivated to do more hard work. Their efforts also should be appreciated.
Exactly.
Not only their achievements, but their efforts also has to be appreciated. So that is the only message I want to give to the parents, that don't just force your child and make them run in the, in the world that you have to compete with your colleagues, you have to compete with your friends. Yes, there has to be competition, but in a healthy way, so that your child is always motivated. And be a friend to your child. Always, whenever they are in stress, be like that they approach you first whenever they are in stress.
Yes.
Not like they will fear your expression, that what my mama or what my papa will think. You have to be you have to be so friendly with your child that whenever whatever stress they are having, they first approach you rather than approaching someone else.
I don't give complete academic support to my child. I give minimum support because I want my son to be independent. He has to be an independent learner. So I don't pamper him in each and everything. Yes, I do support, whenever he has any doubt here and there, during that time I give my support to my son. Otherwise, I ensure that he is doing his things on his own, because that is going to help him throughout his life. So I ensure that, I make him an independent learner, and I am training him to face everything independently, because outside world, as we all know how
Yes.
it is, everywhere I cannot go with him.
Exactly,
He
yes,
has to
yes.
be an individual, because as a parent we have to think that we are not growing your son, you are growing a global citizen. I have to upbring him with giving so much values,
Exactly.
discipline, good character, a good human. I have to upbring a good human. So my full concern is that.
Very well said, Hajira. Mashallah. Very nice to hear from both of you. Both of you has amazing perspectives as a teacher parent we have got.
Thank you so
And
much.
I hope my parents and my teachers and all my viewers are listening to them. We have wonderful guests today. Thank you so much, Miss Sakina and Miss Hajira. I'm very glad to have you here today in my show, and I'm really very glad to hear your valuable insights. Being a parent and being a teacher, you have given us wonderful message.
Thank you.
So viewers, I hope you are following us, and did you see what they said? Be a very close friend to your children and don't force them to achieve 100%. What they are doing, they are best. So keep watching, keep supporting, and many more inspiring stories are coming soon.